Hello, hello, hello. It's TeMeka of Love Inspired Teach E. I just wanted to welcome everybody, especially those of you who watch the replay. Huge thank you to you. I am just doing a behind the scenes like I normally do. And I'm debating if I'm gonna I can have up to 10 people on the StreamYard, so I'm thinking about it. What our podcast topic today is seven virtues for a successful entrepreneur or business owner. And that's piggybacking off of last week. And the 7 deadly sins. So, all right. It's not letting me go live because I put a link and I didn't mean to do that. Oh man, I got my face. Some of them, my tints didn't go quite right. All right, so I lost our guest. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully we'll get her back. I'm not sure if Drew's joining us today, but he is a common guest host, but he's usually at work, so I don't usually worry too much about that. There's a lot. I've done so many now. I don't even always know. I don't always know which banner to put up. So I gotta give time for y'all to get in. And I forgot I had my tea going. So bear with me, okay? I muted myself. I want to play music for y'all, but I just haven't been doing that lately. Oh, there's Tai Tai. She's back. So, quick intro to me. I am the Love Inspired Teachee, otherwise known as LITE creator and CEO, as it says across the front there. And I started off as a blog, and we added podcasting, and partly because there were several things I wanted to showcase, partly because I had a great experience at In the Zone, at the In the Zone podcast studio, and enjoyed being on their podcast. And so the topics can range from relationships, which is what we kicked it off with. I need to do a follow-up session to that, and I've been trying to coordinate with everyone, but summer is just a busy time for people. So I haven't been able to get back in because of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. Tai Tai is available, and she's actually, me and her are we're switching the format for Thursday, but she's an MBA candidate, so I know that she's like fresh with her knowledge, so I definitely want to add her to the discussion. She doesn't even know what I came up with as far as the 7 virtues, so we'll just jump on into it, and I'm gonna add her so she can guide me a little bit today. I need a little guidance today. It's been an interesting start to my week, to say the least. But I will say I had a successful parent-teacher organization meeting. So if you know me, you know that I am a mom to 2 beautiful children, and they get to see me be an entrepreneur. They get to see me work in corporate America. And now I have my own little corporation, and I love it. So without further ado, I'm going to add Tai Tai to the stream. And just so you know, there's a few things I want you to know. She's a very honest and logical person, which I love. And we met actually because this is a happy hour podcast, but y'all, I'm on tea. I've been sipping tea lately. Tai, don't make those faces. So anyway, we met at virtual day party. Shout out to Jeff Murray, Teron Ivy, DC Damon, said all them folks, all those amazing folks. DJ Craig Elliott, DJ Malik Shabazz, DJ Focus. What up, though? That's Chi-Town, baby. And then DJ Mr. Wilson. They had a ton of amazing DJs. Even DJ Vince Adams was on there. And if you know Chicago, he's huge. He's a heavy hitter. And we got through the pandemic together, and her and I have discussed a lot of ways we can make an impact in our community, in the lives of the ones we love, because the name of the company is Love, Inspire, Teach, Eat. So she's also, like I said, an MBA candidate, but she's very well versed in the health arena. So I'm going to let her do her intro. I want to see what she's decided she wants y'all to know, because it's really for her to share. But I love her dearly, and I want y'all to love and respect on her too. So without further ado, Tai, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tai. I've been in the healthcare field.
That's my computer.
I have been in the healthcare field all my life. Currently, I'm finishing my master's in business administration, healthcare management. So I'm happy to be on this podcast today, and I'm happy to see what we're going to talk about, because I have no clue.
Yeah, I didn't give her a heads up. So we're in the entrepreneurship banner. I welcome you guys to comment, share, and know that the replay will always be available. And last week we talked about the 7 deadly sins for an entrepreneur, and that was based on my experience at the Silver Room Block Party, which was it a month ago now? Almost. It's 3 weeks ago now.
Almost. Yeah.
I'm just typing a welcome and thank you for joining. For those of you on Instagram, I appreciate you. I'm joining the behind the scenes there. And so I learned a lot. And I did not, when I did the 7 virtues of a successful entrepreneur, I forgot to put on the lens of also being a sponsor at an event that's based in Chicago that has a long history, but it was their first time at the beach. But I just felt like, as far as the virtues, I didn't get from the Silver Room Block Party what to do as strongly as I did what not to do. So that's why I didn't use that focus. But as far as the 7 virtues of a successful entrepreneur, I feel like the first one, Tai has influenced me on believing this one. But trust your instincts. Don't ignore them. Don't explain them away. Number 2, take action. Take action. You can overthink, overanalyze. And I feel like a lot of these are going to parallel last week's, because I did the flip side of them. And I can't put enough emphasis on that. I did the Silver Room Block Party without a lot in place that I would have preferred to have in place, if I'm being honest. But I wanted to take action and hold myself accountable in that regard. Know your finances. Know your finances. Don't get caught up in, well, this person does it that way and that person does it that way, and it costs so much money. Knowing your finances means you can have a budget and have a plan if things go wrong with your budget, because it's going to happen. You could have a budget and go totally under, and you can have a budget and blow it out on accident or on purpose, either way. But know your finances and have a backup plan to that. Number 4, set a foundation. So I will have to say, in the subsequent weeks of the Silver Room Block Party, what I've discovered is that my foundation relies totally on myself and people I like and are my friends. And sometimes your friends need to just be your friends. And that was a hard lesson. Because I'm not sure if Juana's coming back. I'll be honest with y'all. That's up in the air. But you need to set a foundation. And that means, I'll get into that more. Number 4, set a foundation. 5, negotiation is an art. So it is essential that you know how to negotiate. Number 6, listen. Listen to those around you, listen to other business owners, listen to your customers, listen to your potential customers, listen to your kids. They have good advice sometimes. And then the last one, I actually do, even though I say don't overanalyze, I do feel you should read voraciously. I love that word, voraciously. Read a lot because we're in an age where there's a wealth of information and it changes constantly. So that's our framework. Tai, do you have any thoughts on the initial framework I've set for us?
No, I agree totally with what you said. My experience, and I wasn't even a sponsor, I was just there to help you out. It wasn't a great experience to me. Um, I feel like it's a lot of things that could have been changed
Mm-hmm.
um, to draw people, to your station.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else? I just felt like them having it on the beach was just not good. It wasn't a good setup for me.
And see, I went to the Rose event, and the Rose event was set up really nicely, and their setup was good. They didn't have as many vendors, but they had them. So I just feel like, again, inaugural year, they got to work out the kinks. But let me get into going into a little more detail. People should have their drinks ready if you're part of the happy hour crew. I have my tea ready. There's no
Where's Kira?
there's no Basil Hayden. I don't think she could come on today. I don't remember. I sent her the link though.
She had the
But
thumbs up.
she's not necessarily supposed to be on the Tuesday one. Remember, Thursday, even though this Thursday she can't, Thursday's supposed to be more her thing.
Okay.
And Kira's like, she's not, she had to, she's not fully on board because she's got to get some other things together. But I feel like she's going to come back, especially since we made the decision to change up the team. So let me get into it. Let me put it at the bottom of the screen for y'all as I talk. Y'all know I should have created these beforehand, but it's been a busy day. So let's talk about trusting your instincts. It is counterintuitive to everything you've been taught over the years because we are put in a school system that needs to teach such a large number of people, and they need a system to do that. And when you're younger, I do think that you have good instincts, but your parents do have some foresight, insight, whatever the proper terminology is, that your young, not fully matured brain can't grasp. But as you grow older, one thing I wish we were taught is to trust your instincts. Like at some point, I think, especially in high school, because that's the coming of age time frame for us, we need to be taught to listen to your inner child, listen to your gut when it tells you something's a little off. And there's a lot of value in that because your brain is the most amazing, best computer out there. Like we have these laptops and we all know technology glitches. Our brains glitch too when we don't take care of our bodies. But for the most part, it gathers a ton of data and processes it. So your instincts shouldn't be suppressed. And I really wish I need to have someone who specializes in education come on to really talk about when we should start making that transition over to trusting your instincts. So I'm going to go through, like, what did I do last time? I think 3, and then I might get Ty's feedback. The other thing about trusting your instincts as a business owner is your vision, your values, and what your big picture goals are. So why trust other people's instincts that are well-intentioned and maybe successful business owners, but they don't have a clear idea of what your goals are if you haven't figured out how to convey them properly? Have you ever heard of an elevator speech? If you can't concisely say on an elevator what your company does and why you do it, you haven't honed in on what you're about yet. And your instinct will be there for you, but the people who are trying to advise you will not be able to do so effectively because they don't understand what you're trying to accomplish. So take, for instance, Love, Inspire, Teach, Eat. Our whole goal is we believe the world needs more love. How do we create more love in the world? We inspire each other always. We teach each other how to find that inspiration so that we may all evolve. That's one version of how I say LITE, Love, Inspire, Teach, Eat. It's an acronym. So if you haven't caught that by now, I'm laying it out there for you. And I trust my instincts, and I may second guess them because I have amazing mentors, highly successful mentors. And they trusted their instincts, and I have to remind myself of that. Don't let others persuade you to not believe in yourself, okay? So number 2, take action. I feel this one should be an obvious, but we're also in an age where we're taught to be fearful. We're taught to worry about the pandemic. We're taught to worry about costs of sponsorship and whether you're going to return on your investment. We're taught to proceed with caution. Just don't do it right away. Go slow. And there's an African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go with the community. I really feel that being an entrepreneur is a roller coaster ride. And I really feel life, it's peaks and valleys, right? Peaks and valleys that teach us to, there are times when you want to take action. And there are times where taking action means being silent and being still. If you follow me on my personal Facebook page, you see I love the Calm app. I love the Calm app like it's my own, because meditation, whether you realize it or not, is taking action. And meditation, it allows you to hone in on what's really important. So that, whether you realize it or not, silence is a choice and you can take action. And I've talked to many people, including Tai Tai, about my own inability sometimes to take the action of silence because I'm really good at talking. I've been doing it for a long time, unfortunately. And sometimes I just need to sit down and, as if you watch In the Zone podcast tomorrow, as B. Foss would say, STFU. And if you're grown, you know that means shut the fuck up. I don't like to shut the fuck up, but give me enough incentive, make me feel good. I might just do it and make you happy. I might want to make you a little happy. Normally, I don't care. Normally, I don't care. But for you, I will. That's the song, right? All right. So number 3, know your finances. Now, I say this as a business owner. Those are the 7 deadly sins, but we also need, that's to remind you about last week, but I'm going to get us back to the, oh no, I really typed all that and it didn't save it. Boo on that. All right, so know your finances. Now, the reason why I say that is part of my struggle with the Silver Room Block Party was I knew I was going into it digging a hole. And I was okay with digging that hole. Other people not so much okay with me digging that hole. But when you do things last minute, you're going to end up spending money out of pocket. And there were certain elements of signing up for sponsorship of Silver Room Block Party and waiting on a business partner to review and waiting on the owner, the organization to get back to me, that it hit the point where I was like, you know what? Executive decision time. I'm doing this and it's going to cost me because we waited too long. And this is why knowing your finances is important, because if you're going to dig a hole, you better hope your next events are under budget. But regardless, when you go to apply for loans as a business owner, if you decide to do that, then they're going to ask you questions about why did you make this decision? What was the rationale, especially if you're going to a regular bank. If you are going to do microloans, they're still going to ask you questions, but they're going to let you build the business the way you see fit, right? So I say know your finances, and I say that broadly just because you know who is a resource to you and who's not. And your finances need to include intangible sources of revenue, right? So if you're having volunteers, you do realize those volunteers could get paid hourly. But in my case, the volunteers I had, they wanted into the event, and they wanted to make the connections, and they wanted the free drinks, because we enjoyed some free drinks. I will give them props for that. They had some good sponsors for that at the Silver Room Block Party. Let me give them their props for that. And trying to think, I've worked for quite a few companies, and I will say that when you are dealing with the decision maker essentially has the final say so over the budget, right? And so if you've worked in sales and marketing as long as I have, knowing your finances and reflecting that to the sponsors or to the owner matters a ton. So I hope it was more jumbled than I want it to be when I talk about know your finances, but it's time to bring Tai in anyway, so she can clean me up a little bit and also let you guys know her thoughts on it. So cool.
So when you say trust your instincts, to me, it's like trust that feeling that you have. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you could never go wrong with your gut feeling. Mm-hmm. Or that intuition that may cross your mind, but you may want to say, no, I'm going to put this in the back of my head because I want to do X, Y, Z. No, sometimes more than likely, especially us women, we can never go wrong with how we feel. Because most of the time, the feeling that we have, we're hitting it right on the nail. Mm-hmm. Take action. In order to take action, we have to be looking for a particular result. So let's go back to the Silver Room Block Party or whatever they called it. What was the
Silver Room Block Party is the name of it.
What was the particular result that you were looking for?
I wanted to meet potential clients. I wanted to get the podcast out there. And I was also supposed to be featuring a new client of mine who showed up for day one, but due to family issues was not able to make day two.
And so when I say that, the electricity that they provided wasn't working right.
But that was partly my
no, it was not your fault.
You don't think it was the quality of my cord things?
They had cords set up behind the booths for you to use. Mm-hmm. I don't think it had anything to do with the cords that you have, because if that's the case, when you got home, did you try to plug it up?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's something that I need to know if you did tonight. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the electricity and whoever was in charge, being that it had rained, nobody tried to make sure that everybody's electricity was working. That's my thing. When you're talking about know your finances, in that case, sometimes you have to beware of bad advice that you get. Some people may say, yeah, go ahead and do it. And you be like, and then some people be like, don't do it. I don't know if you really asked me, but it wasn't my place to say yay or nay.
Mhm. No, I
And
didn't ask anybody except for Juana. I don't think I asked even Juana. I just said I really, really want to do this, and I'm going to figure out how to do it. I want this under my belt so that if I decide to do it again,
you
I'm
could say that
prepared.
you okay. And sometimes we have to practice self-control when it comes to our finances.
Mm-hmm.
With this pandemic going on, we're all struggling. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like big baller shot caller. So it's it's just sometimes we have to just realize sometimes some things we can't do and some things that we can do. Now, if you had registered earlier, probably wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying?
No, I
As
definitely know. And we were trying, but it was also that funding issue.
right.
And am I really going to do this? Because at that point, I didn't know that I didn't get the fellowship that I had applied for as well. So I kind of
Mhm.
had two different things, two different big potential costs coming up.
Okay.
And
So when
yeah,
is the next one? Next year or 2024?
the next block party, I'm not doing next year's, but
Okay. So,
yeah, I want to, as I hired a company to help with, so as far as knowing your finances, I hired a company to help with our lead generation, and that's going to guide what the next podcast topics are.
okay.
So if the next 60 days go the way I have it mentally mapped out,
Hmm.
the direction of which Chicago festivals and block parties and beer fest, brew fest, all that we do are going to be based on the clients that we pull in the next 60 days, 90 days. But Chicago's summer season is ending, and for me, it was important to do at least one event
Girl,
that, and in the winter in Chicago, it's a lot more um, private events. And with the rise of monkeypox, though, and Governor Pritzker declaring a state of emergency in the state I live in, I might have to be up in Atlanta or somewhere that's warm and check out their festivals, like Essence Festival or somewhere like that. But I'm not going to make that investment having never done a sponsorship, right?
okay. So that gets me to always prioritize creating an emergency fund just in case you may need it at
Mm-hmm.
some point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with
and
this
not using the emergency fund I use. I'm not gonna tell on myself all the way today, because I've had other issues of people assuming stuff, and I'm not gonna let them use the podcast to verify what they think. I didn't even realize I just got tie on the screen. Me too. um, but I do have an emergency plan, and I actually do have a couple loans that I am considering. But it's my company and my finances, and we're a private LLC. I share what I share on here, and I
right.
share with the people like Tai who jump in. But at the end of the day, my name is on the IRS forms. My name is on the business banking account, and I'm the one who has the most financial risk going on here.
Mhm.
So I don't always want people to know how I have it set up,
Okay.
because they always have a comment about it. And if I'm applying for something, I don't want them messing up by
What
telling old information, because I
right.
might have reorganized. So
Okay.
Ty has some valid points. We're gonna do our commercial break, because this is where you're supposed to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, grab your drink, sip a little bit more, and then you can share, and you can visit our website. And Instagram flagged me, so I guess you can't shop on Instagram, but you should be able to shop on Facebook. So if you're
I
looking for
don't think
merch,
that's true. I don't think that's true. Instagram does have where you can
no, I'm
shop.
saying I didn't get approval for my company and my handle. It said that I didn't meet commerce specifications. for Instagram. But I met them. Hey, Jill, how you doing? We've got people from London or the UK joining. Thank you guys for joining the behind the scenes. Instagram did not give my company approval to sell merch on Instagram. I have approval to sell merch on Facebook, and my PayPal is now set up. I did all my W-9 and all that verification. So if you want to buy a ladies tee that has rhinestones, and I do have more merch coming, we're supposed to be getting cups. Like if it's happy hour, I've got to get you guys the color change cups, the fun, inexpensive, fun. My son picked them out, honestly, because if it were me, I'd pick the glass ones. But my son said, Mommy, get cups. So Mommy is waiting for her supplier to come up with the pricing for cups. And actually, I did miss a text message from him. So I'm working on many things. We have many exciting things, just like Commercial Break also includes our Thursday podcast. We did our first real podcast last Thursday because the one before was practice, we decided. And we are doing this Thursday. Did we decide to call it Sisterly Love, or did we come up with a different name?
The name of our
Thursday podcast
will be Sisterly Love, but we have to come up with the topic.
No, the topic is how to support one another. We're going to focus on women because it's an all-women panel for that one. Like I said, I don't think Drew could.
See, I didn't get that memo.
It was in your text messages, girl. Tai and I talk about so much throughout the day that she has a lot to sort through. So I can't even get mad at her because I struggle.
Like once I finish school, I don't know how I'm going to be able to feel.
How you don't know how you're going to work?
I'm not going to know how to act or how to feel. I do not have to log into nobody's class.
Right.
And submit anything.
So apparently she was logging into class and submitting something when I sent that. When actually I think Kira sent that out to us. She came up with the topic, and honestly, it's about how not to be messy. Support your friends, support your girlfriends, support your friends, support your gay friends, your blue, black, whatever color friends, and not be messy. Because I've been dealing with mess. If y'all follow me on the Facebook, as my grandma would say, the Facebook. You know, I have almost 5,000 friends. I could have 5,000 friends, but I hate when I have to like delete people to add people.
I deleted some people.
I did too. I forgot to tell you who I deleted. Their initials are M&M. So anyhow, so just to get back on track here, the commercial break is over. That's on Thursday. We're on Tuesday. Okay. So getting back, 7 virtues of a successful entrepreneur and business owner. Number 1, we said, is trust your instincts. Number 2, we said, is take action. Number 3 is know your finances. And thank you guys for joining on Facebook. And number 4 is set a foundation. So I gave the outline for this. Setting a foundation, meaning build a good team. So initially as a solo entrepreneur, completely solo, I just relied on my mentors, and then I did group coaching. That means I paid somebody to tell me what they learned. And that didn't work out so hot because their billing side was not so fabulous, and that was messing up my finances. So I had to let that go. But I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I definitely enjoyed it. I just think maybe I need to find a better fit. And I know a couple coaches that I would consider investing in, and some of them have membership models and some of them have the one-on-one, but that's neither here nor there, because how am I going to be a coach and I don't have a coach? I don't believe in that. So that means have an advisor team, mentors, pay for coaching, pay for strategic development advising, and you need to have a clear vision statement. You know, what is your purpose? In order to succeed in business, I don't think people realize it's not about generating the money. The money will come if you're meeting a need. And that means it's not all about TeMeka. It really isn't. I may say that jokingly. I'll be like, I'm on the podcast. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I can do that. But at the same time, how am I helping people if I don't know what you need and want? That's not helpful. That's not being sincere. That's not having the right vision in place. If you're into self-help books or personal development, then you're probably familiar with the service-led life. uh God, I wish I had the name on the tip of my tongue. But just in general, any good business owner, any successful one tells you they realized it wasn't about them. It was about the products that people were demanding. And sometimes they didn't even realize that was the product that people wanted. So have a clear vision statement, build a good team, and don't make it all about you. Your foundation needs to be about how you're going to help make this world a better place. Love, inspire, teach, is the world needs more love. We need to inspire people and teach people in order to evolve. 30-second spiel, right? I could go longer, but I never usually want to, because that's a whole different meeting. We're on podcast. Sippy time, happy hour. Really, my throat was getting dry. I could hear it. All right, so number 5, negotiation as an art for you as a business owner. So if you watch the previous podcast, I talked about Silver Room Block Party and why there were some moments where I felt like I couldn't fully be upset because I negotiated my sponsorship pricing and package. Mine was not the same as everyone else's, and I don't know what everyone else did, but I know what their minimum ask was. I didn't do that. So if you're into the art of war or just business in general, negotiation is critical. It's a tactic. If you know SWOT analysis, you've got to be able to know what you can and can't do and be able to convey that to your potential partner. Because I was a sponsor, but to me, that was a partnership, right? So that meant I had to tell them, hey, this is what I can do. This is what I'm willing to do to meet you guys at a place where you'll allow me to participate. Is that okay? And to Tai's point about knowing your finances and it being last minute, I knew exactly why it had taken so long to get to where I was. And I had cash money. When I say my sponsorship was something I wanted bad, I was like, look, I pulled cash money out. Are you guys going to approve me? And I got approval that way. Honest to God. So negotiation is an art. Number 6 is listen. Then we'll pause and we'll do the last one after we get Tai's thoughts on the first 6. But listening is a skill. And when I worked my first job and I went through the boot camp to sell pharmaceuticals, man, one of the things you learn is these are highly successful, very precise people, and you don't get much time with them. And in order to figure out your next step, you need to know what they need. That means I had to listen. Now, these days, I like to hear myself speak sometimes because I've spent so much time dealing with customer service in my most recent jobs that I think I felt, this is me being selfish and I'll own that I never got that moment during the pandemic to reassess where I was at because I worked in essential services. I worked in telecommunications. Everybody and their mama needed internet. And I all day long listen. And when I was laid off, I was like, whoo, praise Jesus. It's my turn. It's my turn to say some things, and hence the podcast. So there was a benefit to y'all for that. But at the same time, I don't know what episode this is. We're at like 16 or 17, y'all. I've been doing this since April 26th. I started after my 41st birthday. I've consistently come on Tuesdays and I've listened to what people have told me about what they think about the topics I choose, about my format, about whether it's dry or not dry. And I've tried to incorporate some of that feedback, but at the same time, at the core, I don't want to lose sight of my vision to take it back to setting that foundation in number 4 and number 1 and trusting my instincts. So I do listen. But just because someone listens to you does not mean they're going to apply everything you tell them. And you can't take it personal and get offended if someone asks you advice and didn't apply it. But what you can do is say, I'm not giving any more free advice, right? because you didn't apply what I shared, and that was time away from something I'm doing. So that's number 6, listen. And we'll go ahead. I'm going to tell you again, you got to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, buy merch, or if you can't do that, just share. Did I say share already? Share. Share, share, share. Yes. The world needs more love, inspire, teach, eat. And podcast on Thursday. So Tai, I'm pulling you in. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going to be in with you for a hot second, but I'll probably just highlight you in just a moment. But those next 3, those
We started with
negotiation as an art, and listening. What are your thoughts on this?
okay, so set a foundation. When you're doing a business, it has to be set in stone, in concrete. This foundation needs to be concrete, where nobody can chisel at it, nobody can knock you off your square. It just needs to be an idea that's in place, a principle, or a fact that nobody can change. Okay.
Okay.
I write down notes. I'm sorry, so my memory is not that great. So as far as negotiation, just like how you said, you know, you didn't pay what everybody else paid. You had a strategic discussion with these people, and you both all came to a agreement. So on that part, kudos.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Is that the first I told you that?
That's the first you went in depth about it.
Okay.
As far as listening is just having that cognitive skill to listen. I'm a good listener sometimes.
She is, y'all. She really is. Okay. I love it.
Catch me on a good day. But also we have to listen to ourselves when it comes to different things, especially in business. So I think that's all I have.
Okay. Hey, I feel good about that. Thank you, friend. I so appreciate her because I never got my MBA, y'all. I wanted to. I thought about it real hard. I thought about doing an MBA JD program in the city of Chicago and elsewhere because I was engaged when I first thought about this. And
it's never too late, honey.
It's not, and there's value in it. I know people feel like the loans and everything aren't worth it. Don't listen to that. I do feel there's value in my diploma, as expensive as it was and probably still is too. I didn't pay for that. Thank you, parents. Love you. Even though I'm mean sometimes because you mean to me, I love you. Thank you for that diploma. And certifications and licenses take you farther. I know there are billionaires who didn't ever go to school, and kudos to them. You smart as hell. I know for a fact the girl I sat next to in 8th grade science class, Sandy Wu, she's an actuary. She was smart as hell. And I need to go get the MBA to feel smart as her, or go. Maybe I should be an actuary.
You don't have to get no MBA to feel as smart as anybody. Okay, let me tell you something. Getting an MBA is hard, yes, but you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah,
this is something that you want to do for yourself, not to feel as smart as anybody, baby. Because hey, we all come from different walks, and we are
she
not.
Makes a valid point, y'all. I don't know why I would do it right now. I have a few ideas as to why I would do it, but the company was started also because I wanted another stream of income to help me with the variable costs that I've talked about related to being in family court, which I've told you guys about before. But it really also was created for me and what I'm good at and what I enjoy doing. And so I feel like going back to school now would take away from the foundation I'm setting. So that's why it's something, like she said, I can do it at any time. And when I'm ready, I'm going to do that. Or I want to be like those people that get an honorary. I might do it that way. If I'm so blessed.
I'm you know what? Speaking of honorary, because I watched College Hill. I don't know if you watched that. They had Nene Leakes, Big Frida, Ray J, some other people on there. So they all graduated from Texas. I forget which school, university in Texas. So
Mhm.
my friend and I was like, do you think they got an actual degree or what? He was like, because they all went to school. He said, is it that they just didn't finish? I was like, I think it's an honorary degree, to be honest, even though they did go to classes,
Mhm.
but it was certain classes that they attended.
Mhm.
So to me, I'm gonna have to look it up, but I feel like it's an honorary degree. So I'm gonna look it up to
Okay.
see because I'm curious myself to know what type of degree that they have.
What's the name of the show again?
College Hill.
Okay. I've heard of College Hill. I never watched it. I mean,
Well,
working in
Ray
television.
J failed
Say again?
because Ray J, he was on there too.
Mm-hmm.
He failed because he got too cocky. You know what I'm saying? Ray
Mm-hmm.
J is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he felt like because he's supposed to be recognized all over the world that he should have been given some grace.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not give him grace, period. They got him for plagiarism.
Oh wow. Okay.
He
Got caught up for real, for real.
it's like he did a who is this? He okay, so he everybody had to do a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Ray J did his poem from his car. Like actually, I don't know where he was, but he started out with, his aunt died. He was having family issues.
Mm-hmm.
But he did this poem, but somebody, I don't know who said something, but somebody was like, his friend wrote that poem.
Oh wow.
So he got caught for plagiarism. And with him getting caught up for plagiarism, they was like, no, you failed. Like you have an incomplete. And but he did say if they will allow him, he will come back and
Hmm.
finish up. But he was just like being over the top. And at some point, if you're given the opportunity as a celebrity to get a degree, you have to sometimes take whatever issues you have going on the outside
Mm-hmm.
and kind of shut them down for a while so you can complete what you need to do. But that's
Wait,
something.
Tata, you see my face?
So that's what I had to do as well. I had to shut down a lot to, get to where I am. So I'll be finished in December. And it's going to be a big celebration, baby.
Yes, it will be. And I'm going to be a part of it. Because she ain't going to shake me now, y'all. She's stuck.
You
I
are
have to.
a good person. It just take people. People have to be patient to realize what it is that's going on with you. Um, and I'm one of those.
Yes, she
Why
is.
why do I always attract these people? Okay. I think God is trying to tell me something, but he ain't told me nothing yet.
Well, here's the other thing for me. I firmly believe that some people are just a season in your life. Not everyone's around to stay. And I accept that. But there are certain people where I'm like, I'm going to tell you, I don't want you to be a season. I don't.
Right.
I'll let you do
But
what you need
these
to
people
do, but
that
I'm
are
gonna fall. I'm gonna circle back. You know.
right, but these people that are seasoned, the whole point is to learn something from them. Like sometimes
I'm
some
trying not to
I'm
repeat same lessons. I'm telling y'all, I've been like, God,
right.
I'm trying
So
to take
like
it.
with me, I realized some people were just a season in my life. And to this day, I've been asking God, like, what was that season?
Mm-hmm.
And he probably showed me, and I probably haven't paid attention, but there's a season, a lifetime, and what's the third one? Season, lifetime, and forever.
Isn't lifetime forever?
Season. Okay, so then
The
it's
first one's
oh,
really brief,
so
right?
it's a season. What's the second one then?
Is season the first one though?
Let me see.
Some
That's,
people come in your life for a moment, some people come in for a season, and some people stay for a lifetime. Is that it?
let me see. Because my mother said she used to say it to me all the time because I didn't understand certain things as I were growing, up. Okay, here it is. Some people come in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So, a person that comes in your life for a reason could be somebody that, like I had to deal with again 2 years later. Um, I feel like if now growing up, if I'm if I shut you out, I can't give you another reason or season.
They only get one chance now.
Yes.
Because we're trusting our instincts, y'all. I have to agree with her. I used to be that person, and I've been told so many times lately that I'm like, God, I'm going to learn the lesson this time. I give too many chances. I don't know how many times I've heard that in the past 3 weeks. I give way too many chances. And everybody grows at different pace at a different pace. And yeah, I'm with her on that. Like I can't keep giving so many chances. It's
I
just
can't do it because um I just can't anymore. I can't take the headache. I can't take the stress. Um Even being that I had a kidney transplant, I can't take this stress again. And if this person knows that, why would you do it again?
right.
So,
So
you know
she
what?
filled up.
That's a plaque that I need to get and put up here because these are reminders that I need to know every day.
So when we do our sip and paint, can't we just do it then?
That's fine.
Okay, so that's not for y'all. That's not even a private event I'm doing publicly, and it won't be that's a leadership thing we're doing for my company because we're fun like that. But so just to show you guys the different ones, ways that like I get what she's saying, and to dovetail, and then we'll get into reading voraciously. But we got 6 minutes, and this ties into reading voraciously. So we just talked about the part some people come into your life for a season and some come for a lifetime. But this says never mix seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. So I like that.
I
And
like that
then
one too.
this one says some people come into your life for a season because your turn has come to share, grow, or learn. They bring you an experience of peace or make you laugh. They may teach you something you have never done. They usually give you an unbelievable amount of joy. Believe it, it is real, but only for a season. I had a 2 week season, y'all. It came crashing down. It happens.
I had
Um,
a couple. I was probably a year and a half, probably.
Yeah, this one says people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Don't try to make those people fit where they aren't intended. This is what causes you pain and brokenness. Try to find the lesson God is sending you through that person. So, to build your own strength and character. So, there's a lot of different little variations on what we're talking about. And I'm going to let that piggyback us into what I was saying about read voraciously. Because not everyone is going to understand things the way that you do, and not everyone is gonna be at the level you're on. And Tai and I have had a lot of really deep conversations about everyone is facing a different battle, and everyone's battle you may not see and they don't want to tell you. But how can we help somebody that's not willing to open up to us? They're not showing trust to us. So again, I say read voraciously because books like Blink by Malcolm Caldwell, or any of John Maxwell books, or Les Coney if we're going to talk Black authors, or I'll go ahead and say Lisa Nichols because that's the group coaching program I was in. I know she has some books. Marie Forleo, love her. But maybe you're a fictional writer person. I love the Outlander, I think the one about the Irish people and they came to America, or Yellowstone, like maybe you're into that. And there, some of these TV shows and movies are based on books. Go read the actual book. When you read Ken Follett's The World Without End, and I forget what the first one is, but they were both from Oprah's book club, The Alchemist. All of these different books helped me in many ways, and I know we need to do a book podcast just about great books to learn from and read to grow. Who Moved My Cheese? That was a great one. It was really popular about 20 years ago, but the author I mentioned, I think last, was Ken Follett, and World Without End. Yellowstone is a TV show out right now. I'm not sure if that's based on a book. I really think it's called The Outlander. That one has a TV show, and that author, Diana Galban, like she has taken a long time to write the next one, and I think I bought it and read it in like one day. But they actually use historical times to frame all the things we're going through. And why I like the Outlander, it's about a woman like from the 70s in Britain who got transported to Ireland or the UK, and then her and her family migrate to the US. So there's a lot of great books to read right now. I think it's, like I said, The Outlander by Diana Galba. I'm probably butchering her last name, but you'll get the gist of it. It'll come up. And The Alchemist. I love The Alchemist. I mix up authors because The Alchemist and The Four Agreements, I mix up those authors. I put some of them, but you're gonna have to play it back. All right, so commercial break and wrap up time because we've got like 3 minutes left. Like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, drink your happy hour drink. Wish I could have a shot, but I'm not on alcohol right now. 7-day cleanse of sorts, I guess. I don't know. There's so much more to it than that. But let's bring Ty in. I forgot to mention merch. Go buy you some merch. The t-shirts are cute. I do have one available right here. Sometimes I do giveaways, but I'm not in the mood today because then I have to check y'all's comments and I've been exhausted. So maybe Thursday we'll do a giveaway.
Is that a new one?
No, same one.
Also, this is the same one with the right rhinestones on.
Yeah, I am gonna get some more made because I want some less blingy. So there's gonna be smaller, but y'all have to start supporting me a little bit more. We need to get to 100 YouTube subscribers. If I'm gonna tell you the real numbers we need, so I can go live from a phone. Mm-hmm. All right. And I'm looking for a new podcast studio because I don't know what happened with the other one, and that's not my business. And I want to get out the house a little bit more. So, all right, Ty, closing thoughts.
With the 6 things that we discussed,
7.
Oh, 7.
The last one was read voraciously.
Sorry, 7.
Okay.
I hope everyone takes that and apply it to their business if you're getting ready to start a business, because I believe that they are 7 good virtues that we need to take consideration.
Thank you.
For the entrepreneurs and business owners. And I think a lot of people, especially when they're starting something, they don't pay attention to or do research on the virtues of being a successful entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and It's okay to do research. Just again, don't overanalyze. Don't forget number 2, take action. So let's go through them one last time. And then I didn't pick a nonprofit for today, so they're going to get a pass on that. Just what nonprofits you like. So go ahead and go and support. It feels good to support.
Oh, I have one.
Okay, I'll let. Oh, actually, she's going to volunteer this weekend. Go ahead, Tai Tai. Go ahead, share.
This weekend is the Black Women Expo. So I will be volunteering with the National Kidney Foundation at the Black Women's Expo. Please stop by, say hi,
Yes.
see what we have, see what treats we have for you, and enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. Because Black women are queens. We're all women are queens, but we just want our time to shine. Okay, can we have that? I think everybody deserves a moment in the sun, and so this weekend is Black Women's Expo. And remember, those 7 virtues of a successful entrepreneur are: trust your instincts, take action, know your finances, set a foundation, a firm, concrete foundation, negotiation as an art, and listen, and read voraciously. It's really simple. 7 simple virtues to follow. I promise you, it will help you be successful. It may feel uncomfortable as if you're not accustomed to any of these 7 points, but push through and give us feedback in the comments. Let us know how it went. Watch the replay. We appreciate those of you that come back because your happy hour for work, you still networking for work, or you're with your kids and you're eating dinner. We appreciate all of you guys. So thank you for taking the time. Don't forget to also check out the National Kidney Foundation in addition to the Black Women's Expo. And we want to love on you, inspire you, teach you so we can all evolve. Have a great night, y'all. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. I'm ending broadcast. Is it working?